Hi there. Have you ever had one of those conversations where you get on a call or in a meeting with a client, a potential client, and it all looks well, and they're interested, and we're here to talk about your problems and can we solve them and what it look like, and then it starts and it goes nowhere. Very often when that happens is because you started the conversation in the wrong way. And one of the worst ways that you can start a sales conversation is by asking, how are you? Because there's no end to the number of things that people can comment on when you ask them that question. How are you? Well, how am I feeling? How am I doing? How's my work going? How's my family? How's my happiness? How's my health? How's my wealth? When you answer that question, the conversation can go anywhere. But you, as the seller, you are there to shepherd the conversation. You are to steward the process. And that means that you need to guide the conversation to a point where the buyer makes a decision, saying yes or saying no. And that means that if you ask a very wide open question right at the start, you very likely lose control. It's a horrible situation. So instead, a much better question to ask is, how have you been? You can even ask that. You can also ask that at the first meeting that you ever have with somebody. It doesn't have to be since we last spoke, if you've never spoken before. But how have you been is a much more narrow point of focus for this person to answer the question. How have you been? Well, since this morning or since last week, things are going well. And so it's much easier for you to keep the conversation topical and to move from the friendly rapport building initial how are things going into the topic at hand, which is, you say you have this problem. I think I might have a solution. Let's have a chat and see if you want my solution to your problem. Because that is the conversation that they're showing up for. That is your job to make sure that conversation happens and happens well. And that's why you want to ask a specific pointed question right at the start. And if you want to have a daily email in your inbox where I talk about this kind of stuff, sign up at martinsteller.com. See you soon.